Yo, what is good, YouTube people? If you guys don't already know, my name is Adam Zazier, and for those of you that do know, I appreciate you coming back. As you guys may or may not know, I used to do YouTube back in the day.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Of 2020, and I was kind of all over the place. I didn't really have a sense of direction. I was kind of doing like random food videos, random reactions, random vlogs, random this and that, kind of hoping for whatever. But no, I was kind of all over the place, and I appreciate you all that stuck through it and watched it, and stayed through the journey. But this is not gonna be that anymore. I'm not gonna be all subscribe to my channel, dudes. Like, I'm not gonna do all that. I mean, I still would like you to subscribe to my channel, of course, but I'm not gonna be. I think I put on like a different like persona or something like that, or I tried to be a YouTuber persona or whatever the freak. But no, that's not gonna be this. This is gonna be tailored towards my life as an actor, slash content creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying every day is gonna be, oh, I'm shooting a TV show every day, shooting commercials every day, shooting movies every day. Like, that's not really gonna be it, because that's not realistic unless if I'm on that level. But don't get me wrong though, I do book gigs here and there, and I'm going to be documenting some of those things, and I'm going to be doing a lot more sit-down-esque type of videos. I probably won't do as much like, you know, like vlogging, like, hey guys, here I'm on set doing da-da-da, but I'll probably like talk about it here, and then I'll show clips of me being on the set, and I'll talk about it, that kind of thing, because I'm not going to lie to you, this whole YouTube thing is a lot of hard work, and I just am not going to do all that. Just so that you guys know, it's going to be tailored towards acting slash content creating. Not every day is gonna be a lavish life on set. That's not what it is. I'm letting you know right now. Some days might just be quiet days where I just learn a new skill, or I might, talk about what actors go through, that kind of thing, that kind of lifestyle. So if you're not looking for this kind of lifestyle content for actors, you might as well just get out. Unless if you want to stay and watch and subscribe and, like and comment. Of course, I'm not gonna stop you. But yeah, so first and foremost, I want to say glory be to God, because he has truly been a blessing in my life with everything that he's been doing for me. And I kind of want to show people that, Christians can also thrive in the entertainment business. I kind of want to be that example that Christians, people who love God, serve God, can also thrive in this world, regardless if it's in acting or singing or dancing or modeling or whatever it is you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to talk about how I booked my very first show on CBS called Bull. I don't have like a structure as to how I'm going to really be doing this whole thing. I'm kind of just going to go for it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, YouTube video every Friday, 8 p.m. You already know what it is, dude. I'm not gonna promise anything like that. You guys are gonna get the more chill side of Adams. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you guys to think that I'm always, oh, let's go, dude. Like, we're gonna rock on today. YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, and comment. But so yeah, I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna talk about how I booked my very first TV show. First off, how I booked it was Jesus Christ. I just want to say it. Jesus Christ is the reason why I was able to do anything at all. I'm gonna do like a little rundown. I might do like a part 2 to this. First things first, I want to say shout out to all the acting coaches in my life: Wendy McKenzie, Jeremy Burnett, and Kim Plumridge. I want to give a special shout out to my boy Jeremy, specifically. And if you're watching this, yes, I'm giving you a shout out, so I don't want to hear nothing like, oh, you never showed me out. No, I'm shouting you out. This is it. So don't just take it and leave. But long story short, I was at a point in my life where I was like, dang, like I really, and I'm not saying it like, like I'm bashing my friends. I love my friends. I'm not saying this at all. But at that point in my life, I really needed someone who really understood the business and was going through what I was going through, and to also help me coach me through my acting career, through my auditions. At first, it was gonna start with auditions, but then it just turned into like it's a regular thing. And I'm talking about my boy Jeremy. Jeremy, I went to him because he understood the business. And I met Jeremy through Wendy McKenzie through one of her classes prior. This is like, years back. So after I got an agent, I was going through audition after audition, and I wasn't booking anything. After that, I hit up my boy Jeremy, and I was like, hey man, can you help me audition? He said yes. I went over to his house, and I auditioned for Bull. I probably recorded that audition tape like 20 times. I'm not gonna lie to you, which is a bad habit, But because of that experience, Jeremy was able to coach me through a lot of moments within the scene that I was auditioning. And that changed a lot, clearly, because after that, I ended up booking the show. It's really, really good to have a community of actors that you can trust to help you self-tape, to help you create reels, to help you go over lines, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's always good to have a team of actors for that purpose, and for also like emotional support. Like, you really, this business is not easy, okay? This business is not easy, and I highly recommend getting you a circle of people that can actually support you emotionally, vent, to just be there to understand and sympathize with you in this business, because this business is literally, like, the thought of really going into this business, you got to really be insane. Sanford Meisner said in his book, I believe, that the first step to acting is to completely accept that you are literally insane. My process on how I got an agent. This is not something that I recommend for anybody, okay? I don't recommend this. Through my experience, I was able to learn better ways as to how to go about finding an agent, or at least finding out how to, apply to agencies in a more efficient way. But what I did was, first of all, I talked to Jeremy first, because at this point I was already, this is before I booked anything. This is before I got an agent, before I booked the show. I was doing a whole bunch of student films. I'd done like 2-3 student films in that one summer, the same year that I signed with my agency. And I was talking to Jeremy, like, bro, I really want to elevate. I want to elevate my career. And he says, why don't you just start submitting yourself for agencies? And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. But then I just kind of went for it. I was like, freak it, whatever. I'll just go on Google. I went on Google and I literally typed in New York City agencies. And I started to submit myself for every single agent in New York and I literally was not going to stop until I got an answer. Like, physically, I was literally not stopping until I got a literal answer. And the only one that responded to me was my current agent. So, shout out to you guys if you're watching this video. Ha ha ha. Then that pretty much sealed the deal, and I was signed by September of 2020, I believe. Yes. And then I booked my first ever commercial. I don't really like to talk about it because I can't show. I don't have anything to show about it. But I booked a commercial that no one is ever gonna see because it just never came out. I booked a local commercial like maybe 2-3 weeks later after I signed with my agency, and I was like, yo, this is a whole lot easier than I thought. I booked a commercial 3 weeks after I get 3 weeks after I get signed? Like, come on. That was different. I really thought, like, oh, snap, things are going to pick up. But then, fast forward, I wasn't booking anything until I booked Bull.
Unfortunately, Carol Seredenko passed away early this morning.
When he signed the confession, we knew he was ill, but...
That type of cancer can progress at a lethal pace.
But without Sidorenko's testimony, you said it yourself, he's my father's best chance at getting another trial. He's our exculpatory evidence. As
a fail-safe, at least we got the videotape statement. We'll ask the judge to make an exception to the hearsay rule and allow it to be introduced into evidence. It's the only move with the hand we've been dealt.
Okay, yeah.
Members of the Kovalchuk family? Vassal Kovalchuk's widow and mother.
That's the guy who arrested Pops. There is a reckoning with justice coming for you, Galinsky.
Did you say something?
Yeah, cops who put innocent people behind bars should face consequences. Professional consequences, financial consequences, legal consequences.
You threatening a police
I'm
officer?
just stating facts.
All right, let's go. That can't happen again.
I'm sorry, I just can't see that man without remembering the trial. After the jury said guilty, how Galinsky smiled and fist pumped and hugged them, our lives were destroyed in that moment. But he celebrated like he won the goddamn Super Bowl or something. Pops and I, we've lost so much. The unfairness of that is enraging.
yeah, that was pretty much the audition. I went through a lot of work, to get to that point of auditioning. Like I said, shout out to Wendy, Jeremy, and Kim Plumridge. I'll probably put their like Instagrams or social medias down below so that you guys can refer to them if you guys want acting lessons. So the story of when I got the news that I booked the show. So I was working at Amazon, depressed, sad, just sad. Do I want to tell that whole story? All right, so I'm probably not going to tell the whole story because that's going to be a whole nother, maybe another video. Comment below if you want to hear that actual whole story of the day that I booked my first ever TV role. But basically, I got the news when I was working at Amazon. My agent called me and literally was like, "Hey man, did you check your email? Like what's, what I'm saying? Like, whatever." And I was like, "No, why? What happened?" He said, "Check your email, bro." And I checked my email and it said that I was booked for the role of Leonard Craddock for CBS's Bull. And I was literally like screaming at the top of my lungs at my job. I ran to the bathroom. I called Jeremy. I called John. I called a few people. Like it was literally like, yeah, it was literally a monumental moment for me. And I left. I worked that day on Amazon. And after that, I never went back because I was scheduled to shoot for like a month and a week. And I was like, yo, I'm about to shoot a show for a month straight every day. Well, almost every day, like a job. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going back. Because at this time, COVID was hot. And I was like, you know what? Honestly, I will stay home and be broke. I will stay home and not make money. And I will work on this TV show as if it was the last TV show that I'll ever work on. Yeah, that was my mentality. So I never went back to work after I got the news. The next point I'll talk about is what happened when I got on set. And like I said, if you guys want to hear like more in-depth stuff, comment below about, because I'm literally just scrambling all over the place right now because I'm not trying to make this video too long. But yeah, so fast forward when I booked the role, fast forward to when I got on set, it was amazing. Like I have never been treated with such great hospitality in my life. The people on set were so professional. They were so amazing at what they do. Everybody was so welcoming. It was bananas. And in my head, from what I thought the industry was like, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be as dramatic as they make it seem like on TV, where it's like, oh, everybody's not, everybody's all stuck up and snobby and all mean and like, all like Hollywood or whatever. Everybody there was so welcoming, so humble, so down to earth. It was amazing. Everybody from like the hair and makeup team, the wardrobe, the people on the production side, the directors, the producers, like everybody was so, even the lead actors, like all the actors were literally welcoming. Like they even knew my name. Like like, I don't know if she'll ever watch this, but Geneva Carr, she is literally one of the series regulars on the show. And she came into the hair and makeup room and addressed me as, oh, hey, Adams. I was like, oh, you know my name? I was like, oh, this is different. And they said it with the S. Sorry. But yeah, like people knew my name, like without even introducing myself. I mean, obviously, yeah, they looked at the call sheet and they wanted to whatever, but it's just the fact that they made it seem like I was a part of the team. Like they made it seem like I was a regular on the show. Like, oh, hey, Adams, how you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was that energy that made me feel so welcome. And I genuinely loved, that's probably one of the few times in my life that I ever enjoyed waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and traveling about an hour and a half to get somewhere in the cold and actually enjoy being there. Yeah, that was an amazing experience for me. Literally one of the best in my life ever, like literally ever. And I was gonna show some BTS clips, but I think the video is running way too long. So I'm just going to cut to the part where I'm just gonna say that this show alone has literally changed my whole life. Because before this, I wasn't as confident. I wasn't as, I think my confidence alone was completely changed after the show. Like, I'll even add this much. You know what I'm saying? And this is not to say that I had confidence issues. Like, I was always confident in myself, but after I booked the show, that's when I really became confident in me. Not just like my abilities, not just what I can do, but like literally in me. So when I booked the show, and those of you that know, you know, when I booked the show, it just said, man enters in from an elevator or something like that. But after I was cast for the part, all I'm saying is, after I was booked, that's when I saw the script change into, and I might even do a screenshot, maybe not. That's too much work. But that's when it said, intense, handsome black man walks out the elevator. That's all I'm saying. They didn't have that written before I was in the show, but they had it written after I got cast for the part. So all I'm saying is this project alone has done so much for me mentally, physically, spiritually. Like, it definitely was one of the best experiences of my life. And I think in the next YouTube video, whenever I drop it, I'll show some BTS clips and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys, I'm not saying, oh, I'm back, you know, and that's not what I'm saying, but I do plan on dropping more YouTube content and, you know, going the YouTube route. So this is my first YouTube video back. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope, you know, the other actors, you know, that are watching this are really taking from this experience and understanding that, you know, what's happening to me can also happen to you in the wink of an eye, like Wendy. That's an insider. Yeah, like, I hope I'm gonna definitely drop some tips on here, things that I've done, things that I've learned. And I might do a course, like a mini course. Oh, and by the way, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm a professional. Like I know everything about acting, because I don't know every single thing. Everybody has a different process. Everybody has a different, you know, method. Everybody has a different path. I'm just going to show you guys my path. Plain and simple. All right. I might not have all the answers to everything. But that being said, I love you guys. I appreciate you. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, please do 3 things for me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. All right. Subscribe.